2. We at Kava Kraze. Tonight is our first official artist growth and development seminar. We got the homies in the building here. You know what I'm saying? A few of them even brought some paper and pen to take notes. I am flattered. I am flattered. How you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Hey, glad to have you guys, man. Hey, so look, I'm gonna touch on a few of the basic foundations that you really need to get yourself moving. You know what I'm saying? Get that ball rolling when it comes to being an artist and treating your profession, whether it's comedy or you play instruments, rap, sing, whatever the case may be. Whatever you do, this is how you get that ball moving to make a career out of your dreams. The first and most important thing that I believe that I've seen work for most is your foundation. And your foundation basically consists of the first building block, which is your name. How do you present yourself to people? What do you want to be called? What will the world know you as when you reach that level, right? Some people decide one thing and then they switch their names a couple times and they find it. But once you find it, you stick it, right? So think about that. Your name. Your moniker, if you will call it. You know what I'm saying? What is your stage presence? Who are they talking about? Who are they Googling? Who are they searching for when they're looking for you? Right? And along with your name is the next point, and that's your image. Now, I am not a fan of, for say, portraying a certain entity or whatever the case may be. I don't feel that there is a right or wrong in terms of how you portray yourself, you know? So some people are very versatile. Some people fit into multiple fashion genres, so they're able to be more fluid with what they wear. Some people are more into the aesthetic genres of their makeup or their hairdos or the accessories. There's always going to be something that you can do with your image, the way people see you, that will make you you. Figure out what that is, run with it, make it unique, and then show it to everybody. You want everyone to know you, have a style, have a certain niche or something that you fit into that can be done by other people, but will be your thing. Exactly. You got it. You see what I'm saying? All right. And along with that, the last building block basically of the foundation is, of course, your body of work. You know, they know your name. They know how you look. But what do they know you for? See? If you're a comedian, you know what I'm saying? Do you have a portfolio of jokes? Are you more so a think of it as you go type person? How do they figure out what do you do? Musicians, you know, how many songs do you have? How many instruments can you play? How many covers do you know? Etc., etc., etc. Your body of work is the final proving ground for the foundation, because that is what you will be judged and liked on. That's what everyone wants, is what you're giving. Your art, your creation, your work, right? Bada bing, bada boom. Woo! Hey. So that's basically the foundation of building blocks. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your name, figure out what you're called. You got to get your image right, figure out how you want to look, and then you got to have some kind of body of work. If you can't tell someone you're a rapper and you ain't got no songs. You feel me? You can't tell someone I'm in a band if you don't know how to play an instrument. I mean, unless you're the lead singer, but again, where do I find your music? How can I hear you? What have you done? You know, show it to me. Hey, all right, so the next topic we're gonna touch on, remember we're keeping it light today, is your growth. We have a foundation, now you've planted a seed, you've made decisions, you know what you wanna do and how you wanna do it. How do you expand? How do you go from the kid writing in your notebook a couple lines here and there to the person with a computer and a studio equipment software to being in some big fancy studio that everybody knows about making platinum hits, right? You have to make connections. It doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter how long of tenure you have in the industry. It doesn't matter what accolades you have if nobody knows you. You know what I'm saying? Where has your name been? Who have you been around? How many places have you been to? Things like that of that nature are basically essential in terms of not only being an artist or a performer, entertainer of some sort, but an entrepreneur in general. If you're a business owner and you have a business, you're selling a product, a service, something, you're not going to make any money if nobody's knowing about you. You got to go out there and network with other businesses or people in an industry, a demographic that needs what you're offering, such forth. Music's the same way. Comedy's the same way. You know what I'm saying? So it comes down to basically getting out there, and this leads us into my next topic, which is marketing. Most people do not understand that marketing is one of the most key and essential parts of any form of business, whether it's a craft, a skill, trade, you know what I'm saying, whether you make shit, sell shit, flip shit, you know, marketing is essential. Things like social media, you know what I'm saying, physical presence, return support, those are all forms of marketing. The more places you have your name associated and attached to, the more your name spreads around, correct? So if you think of it from this aspect, if I'm a rapper, and I know that Bree's also a rapper, and Joe's also a rapper, and Noah's also a rapper, but bro here sings, and bro here plays the guitar, and homegirl here sings, right? If I want to break out past my little cage that I'm in now, I talk to you guys. I say, hey man, let me give you a follow on Instagram. You follow me back, and hopefully we can work together one day. Hey man, I heard you got a really good voice, bro. How about we collaborate? And you know, I just rap, but we could probably make an awesome song together if you, for instance, sang a chorus for me and then I rapped, or maybe just harmonized throughout my song for me. You know what I'm saying? There's always something that can be found by putting yourself out there. You never know what you'll stumble onto or who you'll stumble into if you're not taking that step, right? So let me get my little notes out and see my next, my last two that I'm gonna touch on for the moment, right? Performances. That's also a form of networking and marketing, right? But it also gives people a first-hand glimpse at you. Most people don't understand that the average person, I'm not gonna say nobody or everybody, but the average person doesn't go to some sort of show or event to see a perfect version of something they've already heard, right? When you reach to a certain comfortable level to where you're stepping out and you're going to these shows, whether it's an open mic or, you know, you're selling tickets to be a part of a bigger showcase, whatever the case may be, if there are people that support you, right? Or people that just want to hear music, right? They can go to SoundCloud to hear the perfect release version of your song. They can go on YouTube or Spotify and hear the perfect version of your song. People want to see you. Performing is the best way you can do that. They show your imperfections. They show that, you know what I'm saying, you're entertaining, you move around a lot, or you don't, or, you know what I'm saying, you have a certain voice, or you depict yourself in a way that they can't see if they just listen to your song. You see what I mean? And so basically that's just like me telling you, you know, do more, you'll be seen and heard more, and that's the game, the name of the game. The more eyes and ears you have on you, whatever it is you're doing, the better chance you have of being successful at it. So with that, the last point of the evening, the last thing I'll touch on tonight is probably the most important of everything, and that is consistency. Consistency, consistency. There's no such thing as a perfect timeline. There's no such thing as a expected date. None of the above, right? If you have a craft, if you have a skill, a talent, a passion that means something to you, dedicate time to it. One of my favorite things that I read and seen on a video was that one of the greatest rappers ever, Eminem, right? Everyone's heard of Eminem. This man, this man treated his entire career like a 9-to-5 job. He showed up at the studio, 9 a.m., and at 5 o'clock, wherever the fuck he was at, he's done for the day. Hauled ass. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's not saying you have to spend 8 hours a day on your craft or you have to do this every single day, but there was consistency. Meaning that he set aside a certain amount of time on certain days or whatever the case may be to work, right? to push his craft, create his art. He also put aside time to market, push his product, and get it out there. You have to treat it like a career, not a job. Because nobody likes their job, but most people love their careers. You see what I'm saying? So when you get to thinking of it on a deeper level, you gotta really just make sure that you have a level of dedication that will allow you to sit down, make a plan, and stick to it. Whether you're a slow-paced person or a fast-paced person, it doesn't matter. As long as you are consistent. If people can expect something and they know when to expect it, they will anticipate it. They will wait for it. They will be there when it's arrived, and they will consume it. Right? So consistency is key. If someone knows that I'm dropping a song every third week of the month for an entire year, they know 12 songs are going to get dropped no matter what. They know when it's going to get dropped. So everyone's waiting to see if it's going to be another good one or another bad one. You see what I'm saying? But regardless of the fact, the benefit that weighs on me is that if 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 people are knowing that this Friday, Ronin's going to drop a song, then I know as soon as that song's released and you guys get that blip or that notification, whether you follow me here, there, or over here, you know what I'm saying? Boom, 6 views right there. And your numbers are going to consistently increase over time with consistency. But a lot of people don't put the footwork in that they need. It comes with dedication. It comes with hard work. It's not an easy road, and it doesn't happen overnight. You see what I'm saying? There's things that you can always do in the realm of consistency that will bring you to that level. I worked with a client of mine, I'm not going to say names, but some of you may know this person. And when I met them, he had 121 followers on Instagram, right? And then they did this whole thing a while back where Instagram was selling blue checks for 15 bucks or something like that, and everyone started buying them up. I told this person, I said, give me 3 months, and I guarantee you'll have a blue check. This person now has a blue check and about 100,000 followers on Instagram, right? She followed I said she, I shouldn't have said that out loud. Well, it's a girl, yes. All right, she followed a very simple method, right? The one thing that most artists do is get discouraged by the word no. The possibility of someone not liking what you're giving, right? But that's okay, because not everything is for everyone. So what this particular person did was, they made it a point to ask 5 people every day to follow their Instagram. Whether it was a yes or no, didn't matter. The fact was that they put the footwork in consistently, there's that word again, consistently, every single day until results started to show. Now granted, you know that she didn't get 100,000 followers from asking 100,000 random people to follow Instagram. But the point is that with that consistency came momentum. With that momentum came progress. So that's it for tonight, guys. I'm gonna cut it there for the evening. I appreciate everyone that came in and stopped by. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. There'll be another one soon. We'll get more in depth with the skills and trainings that you should really follow to implement some of the things I touched on tonight. And I hope everyone gets home safe. I'm your host, Ronin, and I'll see you guys soon.